Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. And we do it live every weekday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Chatmosa. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and today is Tuesday, November 25th. And with me on the mic, I have some lovely co-hosts, my Libra Queen, my gorgeous moon, and my favorite Taurus. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
And
Hello.
yes, and I just wanted to give you all a kind reminder that we are currently doing our hot tea cold cash giveaway. Yeah, so like my babies would like to say, some cold cash for that ass, honey. So for the giveaways, terms, and conditions, head over to auntiederik.com/hot tea cold cash. Again, that's auntiederik.com/hot tea cold cash. How you gain entries for that $100 giveaway every week up through January 19th. You RSVP to every show. You get an additional entry by attending the live show and staying in its entirety. If you were to share my show on social media and use the hashtag Auntie Derek, that gets you an additional entry. And be sure to subscribe to a bitch at auntiederik.com to keep up with us. All right, so I think we got some good tea for us to just get in. So let's just jump right in, honey. Queen, Libra Queen,
Oh,
where's my
it's tea time.
thank you, girl? I'm gonna say, hold up now. You know, we gonna have a talk off after the show, honey. We need to do some rearranging. Where's my Mom, get my project manager because girl, we got to make some adjustments, honey.
Okay, you got that tea time in there. Come on, Quinn, tighten up. I just said where's Chill, and she ain't here, so you supposed to step up. Come on.
No, my baby been busy, so it's all good. But you know what we like to always start off with, if there's any new kind of it in the news, and there's always because he can't help himself.
Oh
You mean
Lord,
you talk
not
about that gray man, that man who is ice white gray,
the
up
Look
there
devil works.
cheesing?
over at Fort Dix working in that library, looking like a 70-year-old man, honey. But yeah, but this is actually about his son, King Combs, and
Oh,
and the one who looks just like him, honey. Well,
did you see? Wait, before we go on to King Combs, did you see that tweet where that dude said he's smiling? They put him. He's supposed to be in a punishment. They put him in a smorgasbord.
oh, yeah, I think he's really enjoying
Oh,
himself at the moment, honey. You see, before he was working in that library, where was he at? In the laundry room, sniffing them drawers, allegedly. So,
they said he is having a good time. Say he ain't having no problems. He got a
mm,
smorgasbord of things to look at and do.
well,
Hmm.
they're probably just throwing that jailhouse puss at him, honey, just like throwing it, allegedly. But what King Combs, TMZ caught up with him, and they asked him some stupid ass questions, by the way, about like how does he feel about his dad not being home with her? Like, how do you think he would feel about that goofiness? But anyway, it's about a two something
We
minute
gotta we
video.
gotta hear that. We gotta hear them dumbass questions they be asking.
Well, yes, because you know, again, this is one of those things. If I had to watch it, so do y'all.
Oh damn! You know, is it the same girl who asking them dumbass questions?
Well, it's a guy this time. It's not that girl with the
Okay,
one voice that y'all can't stand.
okay.
So let me.
You gonna miss your dad during the holidays?
How's your dad holding up? Is he holding up all right? You talk to him a lot? You talk to him a lot? Look, there's a lot of talk.
On the way home.
Is he gonna be on the way home?
Did you get the part in the new year? Let's see. Fingers crossed. Hey, what?
Have you talked to the White House yet? Have they talked to you yet, the White House? Where are you going?
Okay. How's the family feeling? You know, you going into the holidays in this situation. You know, it's kind of tough, right? It's good.
Let me ask you a question. We're seeing a lot of photos and video come out from the prison of your dad, like in the yard. How does that make you feel? Like kind of closer to him a little bit?
He's doing good, so we just got everything.
Oh my god, that was
All right.
fucking dumb.
Is he working on?
Oh my god.
Is he working on his music? Do you know? Can you tell us?
Never stop out there now.
Never.
Yo, hey, Let me ask you one thing. I listened to your song, Kim. I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah, video.
It's powerful, bro.
Check it out.
How did that feel like, putting that out to the world? It's pretty vulnerable, you know.
Yeah, thank you. So good.
You getting a good reaction from the fans?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, a lot of people related to that. I saw that.
Thank you.
Yes,
Came
sir.
out right now on YouTube. 1 million+ views. We love all y'all.
Nice.
Are you guys doing anything special for the holidays to in honor of Dad?
So what?
Are you guys doing anything special, Thanksgiving or Christmas to honor Dad,
We're gonna pay the Diddy free joint. The whole Christmas, whole Thanksgiving.
That's right.
He coming home though, man. Just watch out. He might come home.
No. So do you know something? Like, is the president gonna sign something?
You never know.
Is he in contact with the administration? Do you know? I mean, is there anything you can tell us?
Oh my God! At this point, it's harassment. Sweet Jesus.
All right. Hey, thank you, brother.
All right, man. Good luck.
All right.
You got it.
Moon had enough of shit.
All them. I felt berated. God damn.
He said, okay, at this point, it's harassment.
Jesus Christ.
We have a comment saying Diddy looks like Uncle Ruck. Looks like the uncle from Boondocks, Uncle Ruckus. He does. Oh my God. Go ahead.
I don't know where Harvey gets these people. He needs to get a project manager himself and reevaluate some things, because the way they were asking those damn questions, and then he tried to turn to, oh well, about the song about your mom, Kim. A lot of people can relate. Shut the fuck up. Like, good and goddamn well, you didn't listen to that. You listened to that song for like 30 seconds. Then all of a sudden you want to ask questions about it. It's just so disingenuous. I hated it.
So much. It was Harvey need, I don't know, they need some better skills, because that was the most annoying, overly, like, I felt harassed. I felt harassed listening to it. Ugh.
I'm sorry, my bad. But no, girl, when you said, oh my God, it's harassment, I was over here cackling.
Because I felt berated. Like, calm down.
And King Combs, Christian, baby, you can go ahead and uncross them fingers. Or if you're going to keep them crossing for something else, because your daddy is not, unless he knows something that we don't. Like, are they in talk? Because, Trump is so, so we don't know.
It could be the biggest distraction this week. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? That could happen.
Yep. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
The only way that's going to happen is if Orange Diaper knows that Tootsie Roll knows something about him, so he wants to give him a puppy as well, quote unquote. That's like the only reason why I can see how I can see that happen, because otherwise it doesn't make any sense. Like, he don't give a fuck about anybody but himself and his self-interest. And this is not alleged. I know this is a recorded line, but we've seen it time and time again. Time and time again. Right. So unless it has something to do with him that's going to benefit him, either with this whole whatever he got
he's doing a lot of assing, a lot of ass kissing. I said that so backwards. Yes, I'm sure, because he want him to apologize. He want him to say, "Uncle, honey," because he treated me so bad during the elections. I mean, I didn't know. I mean, we used to be good friends.
And Will, I think you was because I think you had some more to add to your point.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that, like, unless it has something that's gonna benefit him, it's not gonna happen. So Uncle Ruckus could sit there for the remainder of his 50-month sentence. God bless.
Mm-hmm. And he will work in that library and keep smiling ear to ear, honey. Smiling, honey. Well, I'm smiling because of Megan Cuniff. Y'all know her, Megan the Reporter, or Megan the Bob. because she's actually, she's been covering the Megan Thee Stallion and versus Milagro Graham's case, in regards to Milagro and her defamation against Megan. And I have this article here from All Hip Hop. Let me get that for us here. And you should see where it says Megan Thee Stallion disses Nicki Minaj during explosive trial. So, Megan Thee Stallion delivered devastating testimony about Nicki Minaj's brutal diss track during her federal defamation trial against blogger Milagro Grams in Miami this week. The Houston rapper took the witness stand on Monday, November 24th, and when Grams' attorney, Jeremy McLemore, questioned her about Nicki Minaj's vicious Bigfoot response track, Megan's dismissive reaction revealed just how little the Queen's rapper's attack actually affected her. It was just so silly in the beginning. I couldn't get through it, Megan testified when asked about the 4-minute assault on her character and deceased mother. I just feel like it wasn't something I wanted to keep listening to, she added, her tone suggesting the track was more laughable than hurtful, according to reporter Megan Cuniff. The Bigfoot diss emerged in January of 2024 as Nicki Minaj's nuclear response to Megan's chart-topping His track, which many interpreted as targeted Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, through references to Megan's Law, legislation requiring public disclosure of registered sex offender information. Petty was convicted of attempted rape in 1995 and failure to register as a sex offender in 2022. Nicki Minaj's retaliation was swift and merciless, with lyrics attacking everything from Megan's height to her relationship with her late mother. Bigfoot, you still a small fry, swearing on your dead mother when you lie. The track also included the inflammatory line, how you fuck your mother man when she die, how you go on Gayle King and can't cry. Um, During cross-examination, McLemore also pressed Megan about Drake's controversial Circo Loco lyric, this bitch lied about getting shots, but she's still a stallion. Many fans interpreted the line as questioning Megan's account of the Lane shooting. Megan testified that Drake's reference wasn't definitely about her, stating, if he is talking about me, he's using it in a very indirect way. But Megan's courtroom testimony revealed the disses barely registered compared to the systematic harassment she's endured from Grams, whose real name is Milagro Cooper. The blogger is accused of spending years amplifying false narratives about Megan's 2020 shooting by Tory Lanez, including promoting deepfake pornography videos and conspiracy theories questioning her credibility. The defamation lawsuit, filed in October 2024, seeks damages for what Megan's legal team describes as a coordinated campaign to destroy her reputation and mental health. The trial revealed Megan has spent over $240,000 on therapy to cope with the relentless online harassment, much of it amplified by Grams' YouTube channel and social media platforms. The trial has exposed the devastating personal toll of hip hop's most toxic feuds, with Megan breaking down multiple times while describing how the harassment has affected her ability to trust people and maintain relationships. The jury of 5 men and 4 women must decide whether Grams is liable for emotional distress and cyber stalking. Mm-mm. I'm sorry, we have a comment. Knick-knack, paddywhack ass song. It was very bad, honey. Very bad. So go ahead, favorite Taurus.
So to that last point, I think many people should give Megan kudos for her ability to be so resilient, in trusting someone and her now boo and being in a romantic relationship after being traumatized in such a way that takes a lot of courage, a lot of strength, and a lot of trust as well. So it speaks not only to her tenacity, but also what's his name's kind of characters. What's his name?
You talking about Clay, her new boyfriend?
There you go, Clay Thompson, his character as well. Like if she's able to have something healthy, which would have crumbled or killed off emotionally a lot of people, she's able to still thrive and maintain a healthy relationship. Of course, this is from a public perspective.
Yeah.
Then that's something that should be celebrated even more than just the average celebrity coupling, if you will.
No, honestly, that's what I feel. And on top of that, her handling all of this trauma, the way she has and going to therapy and showing that even though you've gone through something very devastating, you don't have to go through, go to like drugs and alcohol to get through it and cope. You can do the right thing, go to therapy, you know, do positive things to get yourself back on track. Because she was like, she, says that she was at rock bottom and contemplated suicide. So, for her to come out and then still have an open heart and everything, I love this for her. I mean, and that woman has been through so much. Losing your mother, your grandmother had lost her father. Like, come on, be fucking for real. And then people turning on her, not being a true friend, and stuff like that. Like, she's been through a lot in a short amount of time. And then being shot with people that were supposed to be your friends.
Mhm.
Like, let's be fucking for real. So for her to come out on top and still have an open heart and still be able to um, accept love into her heart and stuff like that, it's just, I'm good. And I'm glad Clay has been able to show her that and not some nasty ass cheating ass rapper dude that don't give a damn about you or your feelings or don't have the emotional intelligence to, be there and be a strong partner for her, you know. Because, I mean, she's a boss bitch. She's a strong woman. So she needs just as much of a strong man as she is a woman. So I love that for her.
I love it too, and I hear what you're saying about Clay, and and for the most part, he has been showing up, and he has been doing the thing, and he's been like defending Meg, especially in public, and I love to see that. But I just still can't ignore that big red Miami flag, honey. I'm sorry, that big Miami
I'm
flag that was raised in 2022. I just, mm-mm.
I really think he was just not in touch and did not realize what that was. I honestly, because I think if he would have really been locked in and knew, I mean, he wasn't even with me. You know what I mean? Like, I think if he would have known or something, I don't think he would have. I personally don't think he would have.
You might be
And I
right.
get, I get I get how you like, I'm gonna keep my side eye, and you're right. But I'm gonna still be over here cheering them on and saying, yes, y'all do that damn thing. Yes, girl. Okay, go ahead, Will.
I was also going to say I'm also glad that Megan didn't decide to go with the registered sex offender, but I digress. Um,
Oh, who was that?
and I wonder who. Anyway, no, but that Auntie brought up a very good point because I was going to say that as well because I did see some discourse. It was either was online somewhere about Clay Thompson taking a photo with lace front lanes, and my thing is this: like, it looks weird, right? We can't ignore the optics. Don't want to negate that. However, comma, it would be remiss of us not to consider that they have had extensive conversations about that and where he was coming from or what he knew or didn't know about the situation. So in order for her to,
Agreed.
especially doing something, well, excuse me, experience something so traumatic at the hands of Lace Front Leprechaun, I'm pretty sure that they have had extensive conversations and they were still able to move forward, which again speaks to Megan's
Hmm.
resolve and resilience. And to quote Zachary Campbell, Black women, end quote. That's all.
Okay. And also how Glow was supposed to be her homegirl
Oh,
and
honey.
did the 180. And I like Glow, but that really gave me pause. Like, you're not a girl's girl. You are one of them. I hate to say it, but you're not one of them girls. And I like her music, and I be, but girl, that was not a good look. That's not a good look. You not a girl's girl. I don't like that. And so I'm a little missed with Glorilla at this point. But um, yeah, no. And again, put in the chat who you was talking about. Who is the sex? I'm trying to like, who is the sex offender?
And I'm based upon
Who that is? Who we
I,
talking about?
I put it in the chat.
Okay.
Based upon that, I'm gonna start calling Glorilla Jackson because she's starting to look like Latoya in the '90s with that blonde hair.
Wow.
In the
Nikki,
lightening of the
you was
skin,
talking about Miss Minaj, Miss Patty, Pity,
You are a
whatever the fuck.
mess.
Pass, man.
Looking like
She do look like Latoya from the '90s. I guess she would say like "hurt, don't lie," maybe, or
wait a minute, she got that nose pinched, and
mm,
she got on that light little makeup and the blonde wig, and the lighting got her looking a little
white
different.
chicksy. Yeah, look like a third
Hmm.
white chick. Yeah, it's
Wow.
Hmm.
crazy.
Not the third one.
So what's his name? Darren, what's his whole name? The comedian.
oh Darren
Auntie,
Fleet.
yeah, Darren Fleece. He did a video talking about she ain't Glow from Memphis no more. She Glow from Nashville.
Oh Lord.
I said, Darren is a fool. So she got her she ain't got her Memphis wig on. She got her NBA. Get me an NBA husband wig on. I said, oh, Darren need to stop.
I love Darren Fleet. Shout out to Darren Fleet, baby. That's North Carolina right there, baby. And you know what
But
he
I
always
mean,
says?
where's the lie, honey? Where is the lie?
He always says, "Oh, and it behooved me to tell you this." I love him.
Let me look in this chat and see. Oh, you was talking about
Mm-hmm.
Myrtle's husband. Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Well, while we still
cause
talking about that white lady, because I'm just giving y'all a heads up. The next two stories are about her.
Mm-hmm.
Myrtle.
Yes, child.
Child,
Release
that's what her
us.
new name is for me, Myrtle.
Release us, please, Jesus.
But
Mm.
if I promise they're good stories, like this one, her
You
Let me.
problem.
saying good.
I want to
You're
drag
tasting
her.
good.
I want to
You're
drag
tasting
Myrtle.
good.
I'm not done dragging Myrtle to hell. Let's do it. Come
You're,
on,
Oh
let's
my.
and
go.
you're right, Libra Queen. I have great taste. Thank you.
Please.
Mm. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Questionable.
Wait a
It's
minute.
questionable.
Well,
I'm out of it. Y'all ain't gonna do Auntie like this. Mm-mm. I
And
ain't
I
a part
will.
of it.
it's
And I
okay,
will.
baby. Auntie has a degradation kink. It's all love. I love it.
It is, and you do, and that is fact.
But y'all should see here where it says her keep talking about Myrtle and her problematic ass husband. But where it says judge intends to order the sale of Nicki Minaj's $20 million mansion over unpaid assault judgment. And this is by way of hot new hip hop.
By who? Her husband assaulted somebody.
Remember that security guard that in
Man,
Germany, the German security guard.
bitch, this nigga costing you your $20 million house. Yeah,
You see it. You listen.
you wanted a man so damn bad.
Well, Nicki Minaj, who now moving forward, we will be calling her Myrtle on this show because I love that. Thank you, favorite Taurus and Moon.
No problem.
Well, Myrtle has faced no shortage of legal woes throughout her career. Now, one of them is finally catching up to her. Back in 2021, the FemC and her husband, Kenneth Petty, were sued by a German security guard named Thomas Weidenmuller. He alleges that the company attacked him backstage at a concert following a verbal dispute, leaving him with medical bills and long term injuries. I felt a blinding pain in my head, neck, face, and jaw, he alleges. I could tell in that instant that something was seriously wrong with my jaw. Per the suit, he allegedly had to have multiple surgeries and stay in the hospital for 10 days. I now have 5 plates in my jaw, and my jaw has not yet been fully reconstructed. The doctors must still insert implants into my jaw as part of the reconstruction process. In the interim, the doctors have inserted donor bones from a deceased person into my mouth in order to preserve space for the future implants, he alleged in a sworn statement. Reportedly, Nikki and Petty failed to respond to the lawsuit, and Wade and Mueller was awarded $503,318.02 default judgment as a result. That 2 cents is killing me, and I'm sorry.
Okay, I was like 2 cents. What?
But Wade and Mueller hasn't been able to collect his money, however, prompting him to ask Los Angeles Superior Court Judge Cindy Panuco to take some extreme measures. In October, he requested that the judgment be satisfied through the sale of Nikki's $20 million Los Angeles mansion. Yesterday, November 24th, Rolling Stone reported that the judge intends to grant his request. My tentative is to grant this, she stated during a hearing this week. I just want to make sure we're getting it right. From there, Judge Panukua said that all the court is waiting for is a statement from Bank of America that shows how much of Nikki's mortgage she's already paid. As I understand it, that's the only piece missing. Everything else looked good, she noted. A follow up hearing has been scheduled for January 22nd, where Judge Panukua will enter her ruling. So just like Moon said, that old problematic registered sex offender who failed to register as a sex offender back in 2022, honey, that motherfucker is costing you money. And not just any little bit of money, costing you green money, honey. Oh, we have a comment. Why she got one nail on? And y'all are hilarious. Child. That is a mess, child. I couldn't, and I just couldn't, me as a person, right? I just couldn't even put myself in that position in the first place. Somebody who has a charge. Now, it's one thing to have some drug charges, marijuana charges, hell, even fentanyl charges. I mean, that's one thing. But for you to have rape charges, first degree, second degree, whatever degree rape charges, whether it's back in 1995 or whenever, and you still, this is the person you choose to marry? Like, girl, girl, girl. But then somebody did wake up, you know, when it comes to her family, like the men in her family, like that brother. Mm, And that's probably why her ass is while she's like trying to cozy up, with the Trump administration and all that, and speaking to the UN about alleged persecution of Christians in Nigeria and all that. But not that's actually goes into our next story. But before I do that, favorite Taurus, you had your hand up.
Oh no, you already clocked it. I was going to mention her family as the men in her family as well. So
Mr. What's his name? Jelena Mirage. And if y'all don't know, honey, no, just Google his name. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But Godfrey, who happens to actually be one of my favorite comedians and comedy writers, TMZ actually caught up with him, and he was nice enough to talk with TMZ because that's just the kind of person that Godfrey is. He's a really, really
Ew.
nice person. Okay, not too
Ew.
much. Not too
Ew.
much.
Ew. Ew. I
Not too
want a
much.
cosplayer who always got something to motherfucking say.
Oh,
Please. Who switch sides when it's motherfucking convenient. Please.
oh, oh. Well, it's funny that you say that, Libra Queen, because that's what he's actually accusing Nicki Minaj of doing. Because with
The
him,
call is coming from inside the house. The pot is calling the kettle black. That's
oh,
crazy.
oh, 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 or the pot is calling the kettle Nigerian, honey. In this case, because
Hello. But be quick to speak on Black American people. Go to hell.
well, in this case, he is speaking on Nigerian matters, and I have this
Isn't
link by
he
way of
half and half
TMZ.
though?
Who?
No, he is not.
Okay, calm down. All right.
Oh, well, by way of TMZ, you see what we have. Godfrey questions Nicki Minaj's UN speech, doubt she's being generous. So we're gonna watch this, and I'm actually gonna use this as an opportunity to go get me some coffee. Y'all know how I do. But we're gonna watch
First
a
of
quick.
all, is that a typo on their end? What they doing?
Where you see the typo?
Doubt
Godfrey.
she's being generous.
Oh,
Is it supposed to be genuine or
I
uh,
think so. I think that's supposed to be genuine.
who released this? Who are people?
You know how Harvard got them under. So they put this
This
content out there, huh? They was like,
I
look,
guess, child.
They don't have spell check out there. What's going on?
they ain't got time
Listen,
for
this
spell
they
What's
check.
out here using
going on?
Chat GPT. That
These
Chat GPT done got their ass.
those
Hey.
TMZ people, honey, those are people that got to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning. That sitting there got to report stories when it first break, honey. And if they don't, their jobs in jeopardy. So, allegedly. So yeah, so there might be a typo every now and then. I'm sure, because them hoes is sleepy.
Well, in big print, like, geez, at least do your typo on the inside, not on the big print.
Well, we
Good
won't be
lord.
reading the article to see if there's any more typos. We're just gonna watch Godfrey's video when they caught up in here, and when they caught up with him and they asked him about how does he feel about what's going on in Nigeria and about Nicki Minaj's speaking to the UN about what's going on in Nigeria. Share my screen. Oh,
What are those ditzy ass? I don't know what. She don't know shit about shit. She don't know what's
They're
going
giving
on
a
in
chat.
Nigeria.
Is she? I didn't know. Is she Nigerian? Or she got heritage?
I
Or
mean, she's Trinidadian, she's Caribbean, but I wouldn't doubt that she has Nigerian blood in her because I think a lot of people doing their 23andMe and stuff, there's a lot of people that have a lot of percentage of Nigeria. A lot of West Africa is in the Caribbean, so she's a Caribbean woman. Her speaking on Nigeria, I think that's important because there are people being killed, like Christians being killed. It's like Palestinians and it's like all the stuff that's happening. Yeah, I think it's cool that she spoke on it.
Yeah.
But I was a little confused about her being on Trump's side, and it was like a Republican. She's amongst the Republicans, and I was like, well, they've already caused enough trouble. This MAGA thing, it's just it's just symbolic of a lot of negativity, a lot of racist and sexist, and just a lot of homophobic, rhetoric that goes on with that. So
you were
I'm not
confused when you saw her there?
I was a little confused because I'm like, she's already spoke badly about other artists, and she's just been on this rampage of shitting on other artists. And I'm like, now you're like going on for a cause. I'm like, is it for attention seeking? Because if she's really speaking on the inhumanity that's happening in Nigeria, I'm all for it. But can't you do it with the Democrats? I'm not saying Democrats are.
Well, they're not in power. They're not in power, so maybe she's doing it.
Or maybe she's trying to get a leg up, or maybe she's trying to get somebody out of jail or out of trouble, trying to get a pardon, because it just looks so sudden. Like, wait, Nigeria? Maybe she was like, what can I find? What cost? Nigeria. Let me speak on that. It just didn't look genuine, but if it is, if I'm wrong, more power to her. But I'm still like scratching my chin, like, what are you up to? What are you up to after all the negative shit you've been saying about artists in America? Now all of a sudden, Nigerians.
Has anything come of it?
I don't think so. I don't know. I'm waiting. I don't know. Everyone's like,
interesting.
Yeah.
I would have thought you'd be better to give us talk about
I'm not as popular as she is.
Right.
I just have this emoji. You know this emoji?
Oh,
that's my bestie. I love that emoji.
Looks good.
I'm sure we have some comments. Go ahead, Libra Queen.
First of all, like I said, the call coming from the inside of the house is crazy because he over here talking about how she's leaning towards the Republicans. Meanwhile, Nigerians are the leading Republican and Trump supporters, having a whole fucking celebration and festival and all that good jazz when he won his presidency multiple times. Talking about, they support homophobia and this and that and the third. Nigerians are the leading motherfuckers in that regard. They are literally black white supremacists. A lot of them, I'm not gonna say all of them, but there's a good portion of them who are high and mighty and look down upon anyone who is not God seeking, Jesus Christing, Bible thumping Trump goddamn supporters. So,
I was
I
gonna
mean, this
say,
is
make sure
part
you say the white Jesus. Come on now,
hella
they
white
serving
Jesus.
white
This
supremacy Jesus at that.
hello. So this is very much so down her motherfucking lane, supporting those motherfucking people. To sit here and say, well, I don't see why she would be supporting the Republicans. Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians support the goddamn Republicans. A lot of Nigerians would, if they could, kiss goddamn Trump ass and worship him like he the second coming. So not too much, not too motherfucking much. Let's touch fucking ground. Let's touch fucking grass and realize, Mister Made in fucking Nigeria, about your own fucking people. Realize the truth about your own motherfucking people. Unfortunate what's happening. Unfortunate about the whole state of the country and the people of the country. But let's be fucking serious.
Let's be fucking serious, or like my baby said, let's be fucking for real. Go ahead, favorite Tori.
Hello.
This actually makes a lot of sense. Her moving in this way makes a lot of sense, considering that she is positioning herself with a party that is only involves itself with things for their own self interest. And Nikki has done that her entire career. Because if we remember correctly, I believe she was on live not too long
You
ago.
mean Myrtle?
Sorry, Myrtle, and her touchy feely husband in the wrong way. He decided to call gay people the F slur, and she was just sitting there snickering along with her. Could all the while, the majority of her fans are gay people, even though they don't buy her shit, they don't stream her shit either. But the majority of the
Ooh.
barbs are gay, you know. And I did look this up, and being registered as a sex offender, which she is a federal offense. So she is really working to get that pardon so that he doesn't have to register anymore. Like it is so, and not to mention she's not even American. She's not a fucking citizen, which also doesn't make any sense.
Yes. She's not a citizen. I did not know that, and that just
Mhm.
came out after this UN thing. She is not a citizen. Did not know.
Oh
It
no,
came
Myrtle,
out
Mm-mm.
after the
Deport
election.
her ass. Deport Myrtle.
and she's trying to not have ICE on her knocking on her doorstep either as well. So she is ultimately fighting for survival. So none of it is genuine. Most of it is for her own preservation, or the preservation of her chosen family. Unfortunately, you know.
Deport Myrtle. I need her to go.
Well, I don't
She
think she
ain't.
will, because if you think about it, and considering the people that this administration is trying to
I
coddle
know.
and appease, she falls in line with that, even though she is a woman
I
darker than a
mean,
paper bag.
wait
So,
a minute. She is part of the insane crew, Kanye, that has. I mean, Auntie pointed it out that. Ooh, a sign just said, "Portland impeach Trump now." I love it. um, I just passed the billboard. Anyways, that just have completely lost their mind. And Auntie pointed out that she had Trump lyrics and MAGA lyrics in a song with Lil Uzi Vert, which I had no clue up until then, until Auntie pointed it out. I'm like, hell to the no. Deport her raggedy ass. We don't know her. She been cosplaying as American this whole time. That bitch ain't even got no papers. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
well, her paper is green. I guess, according to people in this country, that's all that really matters. And again, that's performative within itself. Because if you look at the history of her trying to get in good with Jay Z and Rock Nation and failing every time, Kanye West was the next best thing. So let's call a thing a thing. You know. So
Mm-hmm.
her moving in this way is not at all surprising to me whatsoever. It makes a lot of sense, and I want more of it for her and the fallout as well. I want whatever it is that she is gonna reap. I hope she gets it
Mm-hmm.
tenfold.
Tenfold. You know what? Myrtle needs all of it. And I'm sorry. And, we got a sex offender president. I'm not sure he's not gonna not part of him, but that won't stop him from still being a fucking sex offender. We know he is not to be around the children. Mm-mm.
Ooh.
Myrtle.
And I'm just seeing this comment about Godfrey that says, "Oh, he is such a coon, an unfunny coon." Oh, so I
Oh,
it looks
Thank
like
you. Wake it the fuck up.
I
Wake
didn't know
it
he,
the
what?
oh,
wake it the
Godfrey's been
fuck
around for a
up.
while. Yeah, I've seen him like do comedy since what, the
I know
'90s.
black. I know
Yeah.
black. He's behind that. Fuck him.
Oh,
Oh, look.
oh my
All the stuff I've
God.
seen recently has been um like him talking on the on our side of all the issues. So if he's doing some other stuff, I had no idea, or he is some coonery.
He's absolutely been on the other side, associated, trying to talk down on Black American people. Now you switching side when it's convenient, right? When you trying to garner our audience. Please, sir. Please, sir. We know what you are. Please, with your bunny chasing self. Please
Oh,
release
oh,
us.
oh, oh.
Par for the motherfucking course for I Made in Nigeria, man.
Well, while we talking about bunny chasers, let's speak about another one, Joe Budden.
Oh Lord Jesus, release us.
You deliver us, Lord,
We don't
sweet
want it.
baby
We don't want it.
Jesus.
We don't want it.
I need
We've
them to
had enough.
unplug his podcast. Somebody need to pull the plug on that.
Well, Melissa Ford left, and remember, she really didn't say much about why she left. But you should see where I just shared here by way of vibe. Joe Budden breaks silence on Melissa Ford leaving Joe Budden podcast.
Oh, I thought it was just temporary. Oh, she left.
She's gone,
Oh.
honey.
Oh. Well, they got Mona up there,
Mhm.
and they don't want to rumble with Mona. They don't want that smoke from
Look,
white girl. They
they
don't
can
want it.
try. They can try to rumble with her. But well, Joe Budden has finally spoken publicly about Melissa Ford's quiet but much discussed departure from the Joe Budden podcast. Addressing the situation during his recent appearance on Jim Jones's Artist to Artist podcast, Budden pushed back against rumors of tension between he and Ford that had been circulating on social media. For months, Ford's once regular appearances became noticeably inconsistent, prompting speculation about whether Joe Budden podcast newcomer Mona Love had effectively replaced her. According to Budden, that notion couldn't be further from the case. He praised Mona as an asset to the podcast on her own merit. I didn't do a swap, Budden answered when asked if Mona, the newest member of the Joe Budden podcast, has taken Ford's place on the show. The New Jersey rep remained diplomatic regarding Ford's exit, but expressed his fondness of his former co-host. Melissa stepped away, and Mel was negotiating for quite some time, he explained. Shout out to Melissa. We love her. His remarks arrived at a time when Ford herself has chosen to stay largely quiet about her decision to part ways with the podcast, though she recently hinted at discomfort within certain male-dominated spaces she's worked in during the past year. In a conversation with Charlemagne the God on her own Hot and Bothered podcast, Ford opened up about the emotional toll of being surrounded by harmful viewpoints. I've had my own experiences being around a certain group of men who have exhibited groupthink, Ford said, and that groupthink tends to lean very misogynistically. It has an effect on you as somebody who is just kind of absorbing it, simply just because I'm a woman and I'm the woman in the room. While Ford never named Button or any of her former co-hosts, the timing of her comments paired with her exit has fueled ongoing speculation among fans. Some supporters have interpreted her remarks as thinly veiled references to the Joe Budden podcast environment, with the number one of online commentators accusing the show of echoing the tone and attitudes often associated with the Fresh and Fit podcast. Ooh, a platform widely criticized for its red pill rhetoric and allegedly misogynistic viewpoints. Ooh, not them
Mhm.
being compared to Fresh and Fit. Ooh, Oh,
Yeah, well, it ain't too far behind. They do have toxic, misogynistic, dumb ass views. And when they brought in smarter people like Mark Lamont Hill, and they've been having words, and because you think you're speaking above me or whatever, all that stuff. You could tell that these uneducated ones that are part of group think and toxic conversations. And honestly, they try Mona if you want to. Some shit gonna get flipped around there. I can tell you that. She don't play.
hmm well, and it goes on to say, Buddy's acknowledgement appears aimed at dispelling assumptions about internal conflict, though it may not fully quiet the discussion surrounding Ford's departure. For now, fans remain divided of parsing both Budden's brief explanation and Ford's point of reflection on the atmosphere she encountered while working in the podcast space. And then they have a link where you can watch Jim Jones and Joe talk about it on his podcast. Okay. Well, we have a really interesting comment. Melissa has a history of positioning herself with problematic ass men on podcasts. Ooh, and ooh.
Well, well, I mean, that's not the environment she needed to be in. Um, and I don't want this to come off kind of misogynistic myself. I don't want that, but you being around them type of men, you have to have thick skin. You have to have um you have to be built a little bit different. And Melissa is very more a tender, less confrontational type of female. You know, they needed a rough and tumble, like I will I will bust you in your shit type of female in there, like Mona, because they like to over dominate, overpower, over talk, and everything else. And they not gonna do that to Mona. They just not, because they don't want that smoke with her. So she's literally one of them. I'm from the hood. I did hood things. I like I hood is still in me, and I will show y'all. I feel, and that's the only type of woman that can really hang in them type of circles with them, because other than that, they're gonna try and dominate, run over, down talk you, underplay your thoughts, all those things if they think they can.
Yep, and
So
we've seen it.
fuck them,
I don't watch
fuck
the
them.
podcast like in its entirety, but I've seen I watched the clips like
I
that they
do
put
watch the
online,
clips,
and it's usually not. It's
and they
usually not
don't.
good content. Mm-mm.
No, and I don't know. And everybody's like, why is Mark in there? Like, why are you subjecting yourself to the stupid shit? Like, they too dumb. But, I guess that's like his ratchet TV, or, his place to get his ratchetness out. And I get it. But, 'cause he was like, that was it with Ish? He was like, we can go outside.
Mhm.
Like, you're not gonna play me just because y'all think I'm smart or I'm a nerd or something like that. Don't don't get fucked up. I am not scared of you, and I like that for him.
I
So
saw that he called him a sucker. That was what did it. He was like, "Don't say you on no sucker shit." And then he was like, "You calling me a sucker? We can take it outside." I was like, "Oh, oh, oh,
I,
oh."
I said, okay.
Go ahead, Will.
So y'all remember she was also on a podcast with Jason Lee, on the Jason
Oh
Lee
yeah.
show,
Mm-hmm.
and
Who,
he has
Melissa?
problem. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he has a
Oh,
very problematic past as well. Like, the thing is, like, her being in these spaces makes a lot of sense considering her history with being a video model in the early 2000s. However, there hasn't been any. Well, she's one of the few that are still actively working in the entertainment industry in the field, in general. It's just unfortunate that she is riding this wave in a way that doesn't really speak to her past experiences because she doesn't, I don't want to say she doesn't belong, she doesn't fit well in those spaces. She is simply a face and optics because she is Melissa Ford, who was in a Jay-Z video and all these other videos from like the late 90s, early 2000s. And that's where it starts and where it ends, you know? So I've never understood or seen her provide any real value. And this is kind of telling considering how she was ultimately dismissed from both of those shows at this point. So I'm hoping, like moving forward, she's able to utilize her visibility as someone in the hip hop space that is more lucrative and where it actually makes sense. Because these two, I'm pretty sure that there have been others as well, but these two examples in particular, it just made zero sense to me outside of just Melissa Ford from music videos and hip hop, and that's it, you know. So
When you said real value, my mouth fell to the floor. I said, "Oh, oh, oh."
because the
Like, I
thing
bet
is,
you didn't lie.
the thing is, they want, she wants to position herself, and the producers want to position her as like this voice of reason, voice of truth, in the mix of chaotic men beating their chest and measuring each other's dicks, and it just doesn't work, you know. So it comes off very, of course, this is from a consumer standpoint, of course. It comes off as very pretentious. It comes off as very disingenuous, and it's just not a great fit. Like if they want to, I won't say that, but yeah, it just, I really wish it would leave those spaces alone, and I really wish that. Well, this is a very problematic statement to have in this climate, but I'm going to say it anyway. I really wish they would stop hiring her in these spaces to fulfill this particular role because it doesn't work for her at all. It never has.
Mm-mm. Yeah, man. Listen, look at the material. No shade to Melissa, but look at the material. So that's that on that, honey. Well, y'all, so this next story about my play uncle Ice T. Shout out to him and his wife Coco. So so he was actually, if y'all are fans of the Law and Order SVU show like I am, right? And you know I've been a long time fan of that show. And just out of curiosity, do y'all watch as well, or am I the only one in the room at the moment
Please,
who watches?
please, as a resident, you know what I'm saying, fan of Law and Order, the whole dynasty. Let's be clear. I done seen every episode, front to back, front to back. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay. Well,
Period.
I personally have not seen every episode. I've seen every episode from season 1 through all the way up through season 12. But once they started going to season 13,
Do
season
better.
13 on,
Do
it just
better.
I can't. And the reason why is because they're fucking Amanda Rawlins. I can't. When I tell
Oh
you this,
yeah, yeah.
this is an Amanda Rawlins hate account, honey. If there's no Amanda Rawlins haters on this earth, that means I have passed on. I cannot stand that girl. And then it just, and not the actress. The actress is great. Kelly Geddes, love her. But the character Amanda Rawlins,
Character,
I hate it.
and
And
she came
because
back.
the what now?
She came back.
She came back, and that's the fucking problem. Because her fucking ass done came back, now my play uncle has less screen time. And let me get my this TNZ article here so he's actually talking about that.
Wait, hold on, honey. I had lost a thing. What had happened? Who came back and why he get less screen time? What?
So Kelly Geddes, who plays Amanda Rawlins in Law and Order SVU, my least favorite character, my least favorite detective on the show. I cannot stand that woman, honey. Oh, I can't. She should have been fired ages ago. Who the heck? A white woman detective would get discovered with a gambling problem, trying to bribe people with her badge and shit. And then it was like, oh, well, girl, let's use you as a double agent. Are you fucking kidding me? Fire that lady. Get her ass out of here. Oh my God. And Olivia, Olivia, ever since her fucking ass done became sergeant, she keep on giving that white lady because that's just my favorite white girl. No, I gotta save her. And then
First of all, not too much on Olivia Benson.
she can
What?
get it too. Captain Benson can get it too.
Captain motherfucking Olivia. Not too much, because I fight by her, okay?
Captain
Listen.
Benson can get it too, honey.
Hey, listen, I swag about her. Hello?
And then
Not too much.
when Captain Benson found out that when Rollins was messing around with Cariso, they should have been she should have
Parisi?
fired whatever yes, Carisi. They should have been fired for fraternizing, but no, she gonna get his ass promoted to the new ADA. Are you kidding me? Absolutely not. When I tell you I cannot stand fucking Amanda Rollins, she can get her ass up out of here. Bye. I
And
don't
that's
like
fine. You can not like her all you want, but what you not finna do? What you not finna do on Beyonce Internet is talk shit about Captain Olivia Benson. That's what we
it.
not finna do. Not too much.
I love her. I
Because
love her.
listen, let's be clear. Amanda Rollins was your play auntie's partner, and he was down for the get down. You hear me? So let's be clear. Not too much on Olivia Benson for doing her damn job, okay? For
And
having
then
loyalty amongst her team.
when Rollins was partners with Tutuola, honey, she had Tutuola doing all the work because her ass couldn't do shit because she's just so fucking worthless. I
And
cannot
he was doing
stand.
it, and
And he
he
was
signed up for it, and that was his homegirl, and
you
still
right.
his
You right.
homegirl.
You right.
Okay.
But yeah, but he was saying so Ice T was saying that the actress because we've noticed that and I actually have not been watching the later seasons, the newer episodes, but I'll
And
catch up
this is
on
why you not the fan that I am. Okay. Let's look.
You're
You're not
right.
the fan that I am.
So I have been because I'm telling her I just get her. I can't. I cannot with Amanda Rollins. But yeah. So they caught up with Ice-T and he's talking about that because we noticed we haven't seen him. So he's saying that he's cool with that. It's no mess, no tea or whatever. But and what he's working on is making sure that he's secure for the next season. So let's just see what he has to say about everything.
All right, so we got to get into your show, Law and Order.
That's for you.
I've been watching it this season, and you've been a little scared. So we got to ask you, what's going on?
It's just basically business. They brought Kelly back, and at the end of the day, they couldn't really keep both of us on full time, as far as budget wise. So they said, okay, what ICE will have you come in and out this year, and that way we could bring everybody wanted Kelly back, and we've got new cops and stuff like that. But I'm not leaving the show. I'm more concerned with going to season 28. So this year they said, ICE, we're gonna work you a little less. Everything was cool with me. I understood. I said, you're getting rid of me. They said, no way. We can't imagine Law and Order without you. So I'm more like, I've been on this show for 27 years. I'm not going to say nothing negative about that show. They've taken care of me for so long. So I just want to get to season 28. So what has happened, though, is giving me more time. So I got a chance to do other projects, other things. I've worked on music. So don't worry about me. Worry about earthquakes. I'll be okay. So, I'm a hustler. You give me some free time, I find a free dime. You understand what I'm saying? So I'll be all right. But I know the fans are upset. I'm kind of glad the fans are upset because what if I was missing and nobody cared? That would be something to worry about. But the fact that the fans wanted see a little bit more of Finn, that's good. But I'm going to be sprinkled throughout this season. Let's just say that. Thanks for coming to Chanel's 10th birthday party, and thanks to everybody out there that has been supporting me, minus all the bullshit.
But who asked for her back though? Because then nobody asked for her back.
Exactly. And I was about to say, I love you. You know you my dog, but you a bold face like talking about some everybody want to kill her back. No, the hell everybody did not. Them white people wanted back. You know who wanted her back? Captain Benson. Because Captain Benson seemed like she
No. What you not gonna do, what you not gonna do, okay? Because she was cool with her being on the cyber team, okay? She was cool with her being over there. Not too much. Not too much.
Oh, she can go, honey. I cannot stand to take. But so and just a little fun fact. I think I might have told y'all this before offline, but I'm telling you, like, speaking about this publicly. So Ice-T was actually responsible for me doing background work. So long story short, my mother does Coco's hair, his wife's hair. So I had a chance to meet him, and I'm very when I tell you he is so like when you meet him, it's like meeting your cousin. He is just so very down to earth, and that's just the kind of person he is. So I was telling him how much I am a huge fan. Remember, this is early seasons, before season 13. I was a huge fan. You remember Quinn back in the day, you as a longtime fan, you remember back in the day, the new episodes used to come on Tuesday nights.
Mm-hmm.
And on Tuesday nights at 10. So me and my girls, honey, we used to throw Law and Order parties. We was like, oh girl, who house we going over tonight to watch Law and Order? Oh, who house we going over to watch Law and Order SVU? Who house? So we used to throw out. So I'm telling him about that. He finding it funny. So I say to him, I'm like, so listen, how can a bitch be down? I love this show so much. I said, can I come to the set? I just want to see how y'all do things. I want to be like some background or whatever. I said, I do the shit for free. He looked at me and said, no, get your money. So he pretty much directed me where I could go in and sign up through Central Casting and Law and Order SVU was my first show that I did background work on at the Westin Hotel in Times Square, New York. Honey, it was such a fun experience.
I know
So
that's right.
shout out because Ice T said, nope, get your money. So, but I just hate that they had to bring that character back. He seems okay with it. He seems cool with it. But we also know that he's a very good actor. So I don't know. I don't like it. Bringing that fucking Rawlins. They don't know about damn Amanda Rawlins. Get her ass out of here. And if Captain Benson want to keep protecting her, you can get her ass out of here too. I said
Ah!
right.
Ah! Ah! Because let's be clear now. Let's be clear. Captain Benson loyalty. If she had to choose between the two, she holding Finn down.
That is
Because she
very
already
true.
did this season. She already did because of some stuff that happened. If you don't watch, go watch and figure it out. But yeah, let's
Yeah,
be
I'm definitely
clear.
gonna catch up.
Let's be clear. Finn Quinn. Okay, till the wheels fall off. Okay, I just want that on record. Not too much on my girl.
Also, I cannot believe Chanel is 10 years old now. Time flies because it seems like I actually went to Coco's baby shower right before she had Chanel. She is 10 years old already. So shout out to Chanel, shout out to her mama, shout out to her daddy. My people. Well, that is that on that, honey. Now, let's get into some ratchet shit, honey. You know,
Ratchet. She
ratchet, honey.
Ratchet. She
Yes.
ratchet.
Honey, you know that old saying, dig deep and think of the messiest bitch you know. It's a man, ain't it?
It surely
Well,
is.
remember how we just talked yesterday about that girl Tori Bricks and Rich the Kid, and Summer Walker claimed that Tori Bricks had a bunch of pizza sent to her house from Pizza Hut because she pretty much Summer was trying to encourage her fiance Rich the Kid to sleep with her and continue their affair, and if she has to save her number as Pizza Hut in her phone. So Tori responded by allegedly sending a bunch of pizzas. Now Tori has denied this. She said she did not send no pizza to no hoe. But now Rico Reckless, y'all remember he is actually Summer Walker's ex. They actually just broke up in May. And he's actually coming out talking now. And y'all should see I just shared by way of hot new hip hop. Rico Reckless claims Rich the Kid was paying Summer Walker's bills, bitch. Child, I'm like, these niggas is messy. Well, there is drama galore surrounding rapper Rich the Kid and R&B talent Summer Walker. Over the last couple of days, an audio leak has brought up their past together and merged it with a former relationship with his fiancee, Tori Bricks. Overall, it's a confusing love triangle with lots of parts, making it quite difficult to follow accurately. Now, stepping in to make things a bit more challenging is Rico Reckless. Some of you may remember that the Chicago rapper dated Summer Walker. Their fling occurred from December of 2024 to about May of 2025. So, what does he have to share about this ongoing fiasco? Well, per an engagement on social media with Adam22 caught by DJ Academics, he's got some juicy claims. Adam tagged Rico in an Instagram post, assumedly tied to the recent revelations about Summer and Rich. Rico then replied to the hip hop media figure, writing, "This who I got her from," with two laughing emojis. "They was fucking when I met her." He continues, "He be paying her bills," with two laughing emojis. "I got in and out. She be calling my phone too, but I don't go backwards. I got a new girl." Mm-mm. If that is true, that definitely adds another layer to how serious Summer and Rich were during their time together. The calling my phone comment seemingly alludes to the New Freezers artist's claims that the finally over it singer still tries to call him to this day. However, he claims that he doesn't pick up and that he's not giving his ex fling another shot. As for the exact audio, Summer Walker, while admitting she was happy for Rich and Tory Brick's engagement, was essentially only going to remain that way if they continue to keep their ongoing. I'm sorry, if they're indeed to keep their thing going behind the scenes. I'm sorry, they got the way they wrote this paragraph was crazy. My bad, y'all. Anyway, in fact, she says in the clip that she doesn't care if Rich kept her name in his phone as Pizza Hut. This has led to some nasty exchanges between Summer and Tori online, with the latter asking her to keep her mouth shut. Because Rich has been dismissive towards Summer, she's been trying to throw him under the bus and implore Tori to be mad at him instead. It's worth noting that the musician's affair, so to speak, occurred during a time when Rich's relationship and Tori was on and off. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Messy, just messy, honey. Yeah, but some women okay with being side chicks, honey. You just I as some listen. I be trying not to judge, but it's something like if you just doing it for fun, that's one thing. But you are like making that your person, like for you to sit there and tell that man to, oh, we can keep it popular. Just say my name is Pizza Hut. That means like you really have no problem being second, and that's really not becoming of an Aries. That's usually not an Aries trait. I'm just speaking from experience. It's one thing to have some fun, you never on somebody's husband, something like that. Not saying that I ain't saying I did anything like that. I'm just saying. But
Where is Ham McQueen
and
here?
I'm so glad his fucking ass ain't here right now. Y'all
To
have no
wake it
idea.
up. To wake it up. Wake it up. Wake it up. Wake it up.
I'm so glad his fucking ass ain't here. Hopefully he's somewhere spending his $100. Well, yeah, that's that on that, honey. Nasty, nasty, and messy. And Rico, you could have kept that comment to yourself, honey. Talking about they was fucking when we met, and he was paying her bills. I got in and out, but she be trying to call my phone too. Oh my God,
Mm,
messy. Whew, child. That's
that's
that on
ultra
that.
mess that you had there. Mm-mm. It's a ratchet.
Well, while we're talking about R&B singers, let's talk about an actual good one that most people like. Brandy, the vocal Bible. Well, Kaylani, honey, Kaylani has some very, very kind things to say about Brandy. She wants to make sure Brandy is getting her flowers while she's here, and she's making sure that she is here to give them to her. And I love this. And y'all should see where I just shared by way of vibe. Kalani says Brandy should be on every R&B singer's Mount Rushmore of vocalists. And baby, when I tell you, she is not lying. If you want to be a good R&B singer, then you need to study Brandy's technique. Period. Period. Go ahead, favorite Taurus. Favorite Taurus. Uh-oh, is my mic not working?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, that was me. Sorry. I would extend that to say singers in general, because most people don't realize it's Brandy's vocal abilities, either live or studio wise, has influenced so many different people across genres, right? Like most notably, Ariana Grande is her daughter, and most people don't want to wake that up, but that's Brandy's Ariana's mother, right? And so I but Brandy is just one of those people. I hate to compare Brandy and Monica. Well, I won't do that here because it's not about that. But Brandy is such an accomplished and renowned singer, and she's gotten better over time. And we're just lucky to just witness her in her prime. And she's been in her prime for the past 10 years. And she's sustained that for the past decade or so. Her ear is crazy, her vocals are crazy, her rasp is crazy. She's the only singer that I know that could trick people into thinking that she's actually soprano because of her agility. That is the craziest shit to me. So shout out to the vocal by Belle.
Yes, and I'm inclined to agree 100%, and so does Kaylani. And where it starts off by Bob starts off by saying Kaylani believes Brandy. Oops, sorry, scroll by accident. Sorry, Kaylani believes Brandy Norwood is so influential, so technically unmatched that she deserves a permanent place on the modern R&B singer's personal Mount Rushmore of vocalists. During a recent appearance on Big Boy TV, the Grammy nominated artist offered an outpouring of praise for Brandy that underscored both her deep admiration for and the profound impact Brandy continues to have on today's vocalists, including herself. Reflecting on joining Brandy on stage during a performance of The Boy's Mind on the Boy's Mind tour with Monica, Kaylani made it clear that no matter how far her own career goes, Brandy will always hold a uniquely elevated position in her life and artistry. We'll never call her a peer. We'll always call her a mother, Kaylani said of Brandy, often referred to as the vocal Bible. She continues to gush over Norwood's role as a guiding force whose influence shaped her long before they ever even shared a stage. The songstress doubled down on the songstress doubled down on that reverence when discussing Brandy's elite standing among vocalists. In my Mount Rushmore of R&B, I think R&B singer that you ask if you're talking about vocal goats, they're going to say Brandy, she asserted. Then, with finality, she added, I will never be explaining Brandy Norwood to anybody. For Kaylani, even appearing briefly to honor Brandy would have been enough. Even if they had only brought me out to give her flowers and say what I got to say, that would have been just as good as being able to sing my song, she shared, emphasizing how meaningful the moment felt. Their connection has become increasingly visible to fans, especially since Brandy participated in Kaylani's Folded Challenge back in September. The collaboration was viewed by many as a symbolic bridge between generations. Before ending the interview, Kaylani also teased her own next creative era, revealing that her forthcoming album is tentatively slated for spring of 2026. Ah, work. You better work, Kaylani. But yeah, she is absolutely right. And the girls, Brandy is still inspiring the girls to this very day and will continue to this very day because just that's what a vocal Bible does. So that's that on that. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
And the one thing I think this new generation fails to realize is like when you want to use a term like Bible, a Bible is meant to be studied and referred to, right? And so we're in this new age of just performance where people are expecting everyone to jump up excited or what have you. But in reality, when people watch Brandy perform, they are studying, they are mesmerized with what is that she does. Like, how in the world did she do that? Where did her ear go to hit that run, or how did she hit that melody that's not in the record? You know, and a lot of artists, especially in her time period, they don't have that. You know, they make great songs. They're legendary artists. Cannot take that away from them. But Brandy is set apart in the fact that she is meant to be studied, and not many artists are meant to be studied. I put her in the realms of like a well, I won't say that, but I put her in the top echelon of artists who are like it. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
Brandy is one of one. She'll never be duplicated, emulated, any of that. Love her down. Human is still terrible though. Anyway.
You better you. I will reach through this damn screen. You're not gonna get not too much on Brandy's best album, which is Human, by the way, that was released in 2008. Not too much on her best album, or was it
I thought
2009?
it
I
was.
can't
I
remember.
thought it was the moon.
Absolutely.
I thought it was moon.
Well, Moon is second. The first is Aphrodisiac, and then Human is at the bottom. of the
Now,
list.
now, Full Moon, what it is it's a good. It's not my top favorite Brandy album, but what it is very influential because if you notice, a lot of songs, even to this very day, still sounds a lot like Full Moon. Production, layering, background vocals, all of that.
Mm-mm.
So,
Full Moon, and then her first album also. That was a classic. I don't know how everybody keep walking away. That was a top to bottom classic. Come on now.
it was cute.
Yeah, Andre Crouch was all been through that. I mean, the gospel influence, I guess that was typical of like '90s R&B, is that you had heavy gospel influences, whether it would be in the actual production or the vocal
But the
choices or what have you.
music was good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Human was trash, and yeah, but no, it goes Aphrodisiac, Full Moon, and then the rest.
Okay. Because we know Human with double platinum in my house, son. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I love Brandy's Human. Oh, love it. I wish she loved it though, honey. Because anytime you ask her about that album, she really be paying the dust really quiet as it's kept.
Well, Roddy Jerkins paid the dust when he was producing it, so there's that.
Oh my
You
goodness.
mean that MAGA?
Yeah,
Mm,
gave her the scraps and called it human. It was inhumane, is what it was. Euthanize
mhm.
it.
I loved it. It touched my human heart. I will say.
Well, you know, Auntie, your taste, you know.
Yeah, I have great
Look,
taste.
the way Hammy is not there is good because you don't need to be jumped like this. I mean, nobody's lying, but to jump you is just
They
tragic.
beat my ass. Fight back, Auntie. Damn. Well, now we got to get a little serious for a moment with this next story. We won't even spend too much time on it because I feel like we've talked about it, the ins and outs, and it's really not new information. I think it's stuff that we already know or it's not surprising. But this hot new hip hop talks about that little crazy motherfucker David. You should see where it says here, by way of hot new hip hop, David allegedly admitted to being addicted to gore videos and resurfaced Discord messages. Like, I
He
mean, is
did it.
anybody
He did it.
surprised?
He did
Yeah,
it.
he did it.
Look at that
Mhm.
blouse.
I'm sorry. Look at that blouse. Uh, well, David allegedly wrote about enjoying gore videos and various resurfaced messages on Discord. The remarks are circulating on social media. Monday, in the wake of TMZ's report that investigators are now viewing the singer as a suspect in the death of Celeste Rivas. The teenager's body was discovered in the trunk of his Tesla earlier this year while he was performing on tour. David hasn't been charged with any crimes. I used to be addicted to watching gore vids, he allegedly wrote in one message, as caught by No Jumper. As noted that he was first exposed to the content by watching an execution video when he was 14 years old. David defended the behavior by writing, I use it to desensitize myself. He added, I remember laughing at one point. It got bad, man. The series of messages dates back to 2023. Authorities originally found Celeste Rivas. Excuse me. Authorities originally found Celeste Rivas' dismembered body in the trunk of David's car in September, just days before she would have turned 15. Rivas' mother previously claimed that she ran away from home in 2024 after meeting someone named David. TMZ recently reported that law enforcement sources told the outlet that the body of Celeste Rivas had been frozen before police discovered it. In turn, the LA County Medical Examiner has been struggling to determine an official cause of death. According to pictures taken from Zillow, the rental home David had been staying at featured a large freezer. The KitchenAid appliance is about 74 inches tall, with a width of about 14 inches and a depth of approximately 27 inches. No arrests have been made, as Rivas' death hasn't been ruled a homicide as of yet. Harvey Levin says law enforcement sources told him last week that an arrest isn't even close. We push and we cannot get an answer that they're close to making an arrest, that they have a suspect. All we're told is it is not imminent. We are 2.5 months in here. They must have the technology report by now, he further said. Or excuse me, they must have the toxicology report by now. He further said, "Excuse me." Yeah, and he's right. And do y'all remember when we first talked about the story? I remember it was on my show on September 17th. When we first like that was when we learned about the matching tattoos that David and Celeste had with the tattooed on their fingers. So uh, and again, I know it does not work like how it works like Law and Order SVU, for example. I know this, but come on now. The girl, the body was in his car. Like I don't. Mm. Like Moon said, him and his blouse. Uh,
He
lock his
look
fuck man.
fabulous in this thing. He look fabulous with
Look,
his hair.
that
He did
blouse
the hair.
is sickening, though. I tell you that. It really is. That blouse is cute. Go ahead, favorite tourist.
Well, what is still shocking to me is how not much noise is being made about social media posts from the two of them, and one of which had the same background. And that background in question was Celeste's high school classroom. Why would David be in Celeste's high school classroom?
Hmm. Oh, they've been trying to make noise, but I think it's because David is a major because even one of the teachers came out and spoke. Because we talked about that in the show, and they've been
Mm,
trying to make noise. They've spotted David in Lake Elsnore, where that girl was is from. They spotted him
mhm,
over and took pictures and put those on. They've even had shared videos with him going live with Celeste was right beside him and stuff. So people have been but I think what's going on, and I think we're seeing it in real time, just kind of how like now when the medical examiner has had that girl's body for what 2 months now, and now we're
mm.
just coming out to find out, oh well, we can't name a cause of death just yet because the body is just so frozen, huh? So you see, I'm thinking like some powers at mm, let me see
Mhm.
who his record label is, because y'all know what I'm
Rock
alluding to, honey.
Nation will crumble.
Listen, okay, because I'm like, is Misty Daisy
leave,
behind this, honey?
leave Rock Nation out of it. They ain't part of this
It's
one.
Interscope.
Oh,
Interscope Records.
thank you. And, and mm, mm, mm.
Another
Um,
one. Thank you. Another
listen,
one. Thank you.
okay, listen. Mm, I'm just saying, there could be some powers at play, honey, because I just find that to be really odd. That is, how many y'all had? Okay, okay. I mean, what did Chill say yesterday? You see a dismembered body parts in someone's trunk, and you can't determine the cause of death. She was killed. What the fuck? It was a homicide. Like,
I
huh?
know they want to be specific, like, oh, she was strangled before she was murdered, or she was stabbed. They want all of that, but
Well,
it's murder.
if it's the LAPD, they have a history of not being the most efficient and forthcoming and thorough when it comes to investigations. That's not alleged. There's a history of that, especially in that department in that area of the world. So, if it's the LAPD, shocker.
Well, and
They
they are of persuasion, so
they might just pin her as another, oh, she was just another teenage runaway, which is
hmm
unfortunate considering the number of cases. And I hope it doesn't get swept under the rug, but I expect full outrage in the event that they decide to just push it to the side, if you will. Because, yeah, mm. I have a lot to say about LAPD, but it's not for a recorded session.
Listen, I get it. Look, what's understood don't need to even be said.
Thank you.
Well, that's that on that, honey. Well, I have to ask before I start reading about this next story. Have y'all so when it comes to that boy, Liam Payne, the one who died on that hotel balcony in Buenos Aires? Um,
Yes.
when we were going over that story, because remember
I
we've
don't
kind of
know.
read well,
Okay.
well, those of us who do know, when we were going over that story, we've read quite a bit about it. Did any of you ever remember hearing people blame Simon Cowell as is that happening?
no.
Me either. Um I didn't hear anything about that. That's why I'm like saying maybe things were different over in the UK. Maybe some British tabloids maybe covered it, but I didn't. But what Simon actually just came out and said that he's not responsible for Liam Payne's death, as you all can see here by way of TMZ. And I'm like, well, why did he feel that he have to come out and say that? I don't remember hearing. But I'm like, maybe things are different over there. But Simon Cowell speaking out about Liam Payne, saying the loss hit him hard. But you can't pin someone's life on a guy 10 years after he signed them to a music deal. The X Factor mogul addressed the chatter that he somehow played a role in Liam's death last year, saying he doesn't read that stuff because he's not into self torture. And honestly, the fact that people were blaming him, he just wasn't having it. Simon told Rolling Stone he recently spoke with Liam's parents, who said the singer kept gushing about how proud he was of everything he'd achieved since soaring to fame with One Direction at age 14. Simon explained he got the same vibe after hanging with Liam a year before he died. He really thought the guy was finally in a good place, but he still warned him music isn't your whole life. Don't let it eat you up again. Go find another passion. As we reported, Liam tragically fell to his death at 31 from a hotel balcony at the Casa Sur in Buenos Aires in October last year. A toxicology report later showed alcohol and drugs in his system, and 5 people were arrested in connection with the incident. Yeah, I remember talking about the people who were arrested, like they were drug dealers, delivery boys, the hotel employees and stuff like that. But Simon Cowell's name never came up in any of my reading. So hey, I just found that to be odd. Go ahead, favorite tour.
It is very odd because the thing is, for those who aren't familiar, Simon Cowell was a judge on the UK version of the X Factor, and Liam and 3 other solo artists were on the show as well as contestants. Simon was the one that put them together as a group and called them One Direction. And so it's odd considering like there hasn't been much relationship between he and those 4 individuals since the show, even after they broke up. So at this point, they're grasping at straws, and of course we know stan culture is out of control and egregious. So they will find and point the finger at anyone to kind of air their grievances. It's more projection than anything. I'm not I'm not making excuses for Simon Cowell. I'm just stating based upon my experience on viewing how the majority of folks who operate as stands operate in these digital spaces. And so that's the main reason why he had to come out and make the statement, because people were essentially attacking him, saying he could have saved Liam's life, when in reality, Liam was a grown ass man that made his own decision. Not to say that he was responsible for his own death. We don't have that information available. It's just confusing how easy people will pinpoint someone and not take into account that the people that they are actually huge fans of are fully functioning adults, with their own autonomy as well. And that's often missing in those discussions.
Yeah, okay. Well, I was actually just educated because that was certainly a blind spot of mine because I didn't take into account with the stan culture and stuff like that. And I do know that One Direction had, even though I don't, One Direction's music isn't for me, they had a massive following. And a lot of them would tend to have been like young white girls and stuff like that. So yeah. And I'm sure they probably were very brutal in those digital spaces. So okay. Well, thank you. Thank you. See, this is why I love having y'all here with different opinions. Because I would have never thought of that. I was just here thinking about just the stuff that I was reading, and yeah, because people who are writing these stories, One Direction isn't for them either. For the most part, these are like grown ass, college educated journalists who are writing these stories. So yeah, okay, wow, thank you. Well, let's get into some messy divorce business, honey. Well, this doesn't. I don't know if this was messy or not because it took a long time. That's for damn sure. But Oscar De La Hoya, honey. So I have this TMZ article here, and you all should see where it says Oscar De La Hoya settles divorce with ex Millie Corretter. And if I'm saying her name wrong, please forgive me. So it starts off by saying, better late than never. 3 years after filing for divorce and 8 years removed from their split, Oscar de la Hoya and his wife, Millie Corretter, have settled their dissolution of marriage, TMZ Sports has learned. According to court documents we obtained, both parties appeared in the case and have entered into an agreement to stick a fork in the matter. And now all that's left is for the judge to sign off on the deal and make it official. While specifics remain confidential, Oscar checked the box to waive his right to receive spousal support from Millie, while indicating she should be paid according to their agreement. The docs also state they worked out their property and child support. They still have 2 minor children, but those details are also under wraps. Despite officially filing for divorce in January 2023, citing our favorite, irreconcilable differences, the two went their separate ways in 2016. Oscar and Millie first met back in 2000, marrying a short time later in October of 2020, in 2001. They went on to have 2 kids together. The 53-year-old is now happier than ever with Holly Saunders after they met at a boxing event she was working at back in 2021. Child, that is so 8 years after a separation, and then in what 3 years after to officially close the divorce. That is, ooh, child. Did they not have the time, or did the money, or did they not just fit like this? Crazy. Cause and then I couldn't imagine like if I'm dating somebody who refuses to like divorce their first part. I mean, of course, unless there's money or business involved or whatever, whatever. I totally get that. But if there's not any of that involved, I'm going to think like, okay, you still planning on getting back with that person. Like you still holding out hope because why haven't you signed them papers yet? So I don't. But this is why I stay out of straight people business because it ain't for me to understand. Oh, hey, Queen of Happiness. But yeah, and I also found it interesting. So he decided to not get any spousal support from her, but he's okay with making sure that she gets because I guess they already had an agreement or maybe a prenuptial or whatever, because it said according to their agreement. So, but yeah, I just found that amount of time to finalize the divorce is crazy. Like, hey, I know divorce is a very expensive, very time consuming process. Y'all, now we done talked about De La Hoya. Now let's talk about De La Rosa. Now this is actually a very, very sad story. And I'm sharing this link by way of TMZ. And I'm pretty sure y'all don't know who the singer is. But I'm not familiar with her, but you should see where it says singer De La Rosa shot dead in parked car in LA and the suspects are at large. So it starts off by saying a young woman who was shot dead in Northridge, Los Angeles, has been identified as Maria De La Rosa, a singer who went by the name De La Rosa. The 22-year-old Latin artist was struck by gunfire in what was described as an ambush-style killing and later died at the hospital, according to KTLA TV. LAPD officials told the outlet Monday witnesses saw 2 males run up to a parked vehicle and fired multiple rounds, hitting 3 people sitting in the car. De La Rosa was rushed to a hospital where she was pronounced dead. 2 other victims in the car were listed in critical condition this weekend. It says De La Rosa was known for her song No Me Llames, just released in August. The motive of the shooting is still unknown and the investigation was ongoing. And then it looks like there's been an update that I haven't read as of yet. Let's see what that update says. It says a family member tells TMZ Maria De La Rosa was the only victim struck by gunfire. We're told Maria was sitting in the passenger seat of the car when the 2 assailants fired through the driver's side. The 2 other people in the car, a male and a female, were not hit, according to the family member. The family member said the 2 others were friends of Maria's. Ooh. So I'm just like, was she targeted or was she like was somebody trying to get the other 2 people in the car? Or that's just sad. And that girl is young, man. Young, a baby. How 22 years old. And I'm sure her career just getting started. And oh my God. This was just so sad. So well, may she rest in peace and condolences to her family and friends, and may the 2 friends that were in the car with her. May they have a speedy recovery. That's crazy. Well, I have three more stories left. Oh, honey, this next story. We got to have a little bit of lighter story after that last one, honey. Now, this story is crazy. So, how about y'all? So we're all familiar, I'm sure, with the movie Mrs. Doubtfire. I think I can safely say that that is like a favorite amongst many of us. I know it's one of my favorites. I love me some Robin Williams. So now, what if I told you, child, there was a real life Mrs. Doubtfire, honey? But he didn't do it in the way that Robin did in the movie. He did it to keep collecting his mama's pension checks.
Wow, the ghetto.
The girl. And I have this link here by way of TMZ.
He going to jail.
You should see where it says man cosplayed as dead mother in real life Mrs. Doubtfire pension scam. Crazy. An Italian man allegedly pulled a full on Mrs. Doubtfire scam by dressing up as his dead mother to keep cashing her pension checks as her body sat in the house for years. The unnamed 56-year-old man left the dead body of his 82-year-old mom, Graciela Dal Oglio, to mummify as he pulled off the elaborate scam, according to Italian newspaper Corriere della Sera. The unemployed nurse transformed himself into his mother, wearing a 70s style blouse, makeup, clip on earrings, and all, to dupe authorities into giving him his mother's pension check and even a brand new updated ID, the outlet reports. The man was reportedly raking in around $61,000 a year from his mom's survivor pension. Her husband had died a few years early and was sitting pretty with the family's investments in real estate and land. But his mask was stripped shortly after a registry office clerk noticed Dal Oglio had quite masculine features and did not appear to be 82. The employee alerted officials, who launched an internal investigation and compared a recent photo with expired identification from a decade ago. And they became more suspicious. And just like the 1993 movie, the guys would not last forever. For the real life story, it happened after the whistleblowing employee invited the man back to their office to complete the paperwork, and officers urged him to fess up. The man, the man allegedly only gave a sigh and said, "Go ahead," when officers asked to search his home, where they found his mother's mummified corpse. There have been no reports of foul play, and the investigation is reportedly ongoing. Oh, and let me share my screen so y'all can see the two different ID photos, child. We have a comment, lying on your dead mama from Myrtle. Exactly. So, okay. Well, first, let me show y'all. This is the mama's picture. That's Miss Graciela. May she rest in peace. And this is her son, who dressed up as her. Child, girl. I'm sorry. Girl. Sorry. And then I'm sure when that employee, when that office clerk saw that shit, they looked at that picture and said, "Now wait a minute now," because those are very masculine features. But this is crazy. Go ahead, favorite tourist.
What in the quick drag is that? Oh no.
Okay, look, sashay away, cause no, this drag is not it. You going home on the first episode. Like, you are pork chop. You are the pork chop of the season. Oh wow! Shout out to pork chop, by the way. Well, that's that on that, honey. Now this story is for the sports fans. Y'all know I don't give a fresh baked fuck about none of this sports ball shit, honey. But I know y'all like it, so I'm gonna talk about it because
Y'all.
Well, quite a few. Well, me and my Libra Queen, we don't do that sports ball shit, honey. But the rest of y'all, y'all be seeing y'all watching and posting about them games online and stuff. I guess. See, I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum. That's just not my flavor. But anyway, if it is your flavor, you actually have a chance to buy some of the old stuff. You should see what I just shared here by way of TMZ. Kobe Bryant's first NBA championship game ball to hit auction and could fetch over $300,000. So, well, a piece of LA basketball history is hitting the auction block. The game ball used by Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Lakers when they won the 2000 NBA Finals. TMZ Sports has learned bidding for the item is part of the, and I'm going to mispronounce this, but Sotheby's Winter Sports Classic, with the company showcasing $30 million worth of sports memorabilia at the Brewer Building in New York. The ball from Game 6 of the Lakers versus Pacers showdown, which LA won 116 to 111, is among the many iconic items looking for new homes. It was the first NBA championship for LA since 1988 and the start of Kobe and Shaq's epic dynasty. We're told this precious equipment could fetch between $300,000 and $500,000. The game ball isn't the only gem in the lineup. A full set of the Chicago Bulls championship rings will also be up for grabs. There's also Kevin Durant's game-worn Golden State Warriors debut jersey from October 25th of 2016. On the baseball side, Shohei Ohtani's used threads for the Dodgers 2024 Jackie Robinson Day game are slated to find a new owner. The exhibition captures the evolution of greatness across generations, said Bron Watcher, Sotheby's head of modern collectibles. It's an unprecedented moment for collectors and fans alike to experience the artistry, history, and emotional power of sport under one roof. Bidding starts today, November 25th, and runs through December 11th. So, Al, y'all get out there and get y'all that sports shit, honey. And go and spend all that money on that shit, honey. Uh, Let me see. Who had, I think, Libra Queen, you had your hand up first? Or was it favorite?
No, Will did. Will did.
Okay, go ahead, favorite Tuara.
300,000 is pretty low. I could easily see that ball selling for close to $1 million, considering the historical significance of the ball, because it was the Lakers' first repeat was from 2002, which was a huge deal, and I believe they were the last team to actually complete the three-peat, and they're one of only 6 teams ever in the NBA to do so. And of course, Kobe is no longer with us. So all those factors in mind, I wouldn't be surprised if the estimate, or if it got sold for at least $1 million or more, because that is such an iconic piece of NBA or sports history in general. Like when you were reading that off, my mouth hit the floor. I was like, oh my God, if I had $1 million, I would definitely buy that, because that's literal history right there. That's insane.
See, I knew somehow to appreciate that shit. I'm just over here looking like, oh, this is just a bunch of balls and pigskin and rings and cups and shit like that. But the way you talk about, oh, just that it's history, it's sacred, it's yeah, okay.
Yes, yeah. Well, also, I'm a SoCal native, so the Lakers are my team through and through, forever and always. So there's also an element of sentiment. It's sentimental to me as well. But just understanding and being around in that time and understanding the historic significance of what that means and what Kobe meant and the Lakers meant at that time, and Shaq as well. Like, yeah, that's an item right there.
No, that's right. Now, I may not be a sports ball fan, but what I do love about sports ball is the community. I love to see the camaraderie, well, when y'all not fighting and tearing shit up over these games and shit. But the community of it, when you hang out at the tailgates and stuff like that. Like I've been to a few tailgates, I ain't watching the game and shit, but I'll be at a tailgate, eating some of that chicken. But yeah, I love the community of it. Go ahead, Libra Queen.
Well, we'll just bust my bubble because I was gonna say I had $5 on it, and I was gonna see if Moon, was gonna put something towards my, my betting. Absolutely think it will probably go from well over $1 million. It probably will go for a couple of $1 million, I feel like. And I absolutely do remember that era. I was actually a Lakers fan during that era because of Shaq. Shout out to Shaq. So yeah, and I was faithfully watching games with my cousins who were diehard Lakers fans. So yeah, definitely sports history. You can't you can't rewind it. You can't, it's one of one, priceless. Honestly, to be honest, it's priceless. But I definitely foresee it going for a few $1,000,000 and not 300,000. I think 300,000 is very, very low for its market, and the fact that people who loved Kobe, who have the means to bet. I mean, not bet, but to put in bids. I think there's going to be a lot of people who show up for that, and so shout out to that organization that's doing that auction. And I would hope that whoever gets it, who wins it, is someone who truly has a passion for the sport, also for the team, and also for the legacy that is Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant, Slam Dunk Giant. Y'all remember that? What was it? A Sprite commercial? Y'all, I ain't know shit about no basketball, but I knew that little chant. That was cute. And Sprite is cute. I like Sprite. Well, that's that on that, honey. Y'all get out there and buy that expensive shit with all these sacred and sentimental moments. I hear you. I'm just not a sports kind of bitch. It's just a bunch of moving around and noise for me, honey. I don't, but I love it for y'all, and I love that y'all love it. And I guess I do know that Kobe Bryant, because Kobe Bryant is certainly a pop culture icon. Well, was certainly a pop culture icon, and especially with the Brandy fans, we remember he famously took Brandy to her prom. So yeah, y'all buy that expensive shit. Well, this next goes to something that is not expensive. Have y'all heard about Campbell's soup, honey? And how the executive came out and said, "Oh, do you know that shit is for poor people? We put bioengineered meat in that shit. I would never eat that shit." Did y'all see that?
And
No.
did.
That I was gagged, honey. And in fact, Quinn, I think it was actually you that brought it to my attention at first because after you sent it, and then Chili sent it to me as well. And then, but now, and I just have to say, y'all, as somebody as a huge if y'all familiar with Andy Warhol and his work, one of his famous photos of the Campbell soup. And one of the reasons he said he painted that was because like Campbell soup is just like the bridge that gaps the rich and the poor or whatever. Like you don't have to be ultra famous to buy or ultra rich to buy Campbell soup. It's available for everybody, so anybody can go to the store. And he just said he loved that idea. So he said Campbell soup basically is a pop culture icon. So that's what behind it. And I just thought that was really cool. But yeah, and personally, I just made some motherfucking beef stroganoff now with the other day, and I was in the store, and I was about to get the off brand. And I was like, you know what? Let me treat myself. Let me get some Campbell's because I know Campbell's is going to be made with quality ingredients. Boy, was I motherfucking wrong, honey, according to that exec. But another exec actually came out this morning and denied all of those claims. So he has to, right? And we're going to watch a quick news clip from ABC News. You all should see where it says video Campbell's defends soup after alleged rant by executive. Look, with his racist, stalking weird ass. Exactly, because I heard about them racist comments you made in that rant too, motherfucker. But anyway, let me share my screen and we're going to watch the video. Ooh.
Campbell's.
Good. This morning, Campbell's Soup is denying claims about its products, allegedly made by an executive in a recorded conversation. The person in the recording is also heard belittling Campbell's customers during an expletive-filled rant.
We have that's for poor people. Who buys our I don't buy Campbell's products barely anymore. It's unhealthy. Now that I know what the in it, I can eat bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer.
The recording is allegedly from a conversation that's now part of a lawsuit filed by Robert Garza, a cybersecurity analyst for Campbell's, who claims he was fired after reporting the alleged remarks, which he says also included racist comments about company employees. Garza claims Campbell executive Martin Valley made those comments after the two met to discuss Garza's salary. In a statement, Garza's attorney saying, "This situation has been very hard on Robert. He thought Campbell's would be thankful that he reported Martin's behavior, but instead, he was abruptly fired." Campbell's responding, saying, "If the comments were in fact made, they are unacceptable. They do not reflect our values and the culture of our company." And going on to say, "The comments heard on the recording about our food are not only inaccurate, they are patently absurd."
Nothing melts away the cold like a delicious hot bowl of Campbell's soup.
Campbell saying, "The chicken meat used in our soups comes from long-trusted, USDA-approved U.S. suppliers and meets our high-quality standards." And the company noting, Bally worked in IT and had nothing to do with food production. Bally is on leave, pending a company investigation. In the meantime, the Attorney General in Florida, a state that bans lab-grown meat, says his office is now investigating Campbell's products.
And we reached out to Martin Bally, but did not hear back. Campbell says it has not been able to verify the recording.
Campbell's.
Good.
This morning,
Look like I was about to start playing the video over again, but I bet they can't confirm the authenticity of it. Y'all know that video was real because y'all know that motherfucker was crazy and racist. But anyway, allegedly. Go ahead, favorite tourist.
So of course they're gonna fire the whistleblower, not the executive they're paying a high salary to. Of course, because who is an IT guy? Like just the fact that they refer to him as simply an IT guy told everything that I think the majority of us needed to know, considering how skilled many of those that operate in IT are. So it's really unfortunate and really sad. And if anything, I'm pretty sure that he might have lost will lose his job due to it being a breach of whatever confidentiality NDA in regards to recording that they have. Because even if you live in a one-party state, typically what happens is if whichever is stricter, the courts typically go off of that. So if the employment contract is more strict than the actual state law, they go off of the company, which is weird. But yeah, it's unfortunate, but not surprising at all, because of course companies like that are always going to cut as many corners as possible to boost their profits and to give the consumers the quality of products they could actually get away with, not mean that it's any good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shout out to the IT team, honey. And we have a comment. IT knows a lot, honey. You are absolutely right. To me, IT stands for instant T. If you want to know anything about anybody in the office, honey, who gonna know that shit? IT. How they know that shit? Because they looking right into that system, honey. They can see what your ass be typing in that damn computer in that address bar, those websites that your ass be going on that you're not supposed to be going on at work. Mm-hmm. Oh, honey, I see. So that's why you got to, be nice to them and bring them food or cookies. And honey, I see that. Any job that I was with, I was always getting in good with the IT team. Sure was. Go ahead, favorite tourist.
And it's not even stops there. Even if you have a mobile device connected to the company's Wi-Fi, they can still look at the shit you're looking at anyway, even if it's not if it's not like a company sponsored machine or device.
So shout out to the IT team and say, IT and HR. HR knows how much stock you have and how much you're getting paid. Probably why HR gets married to the CEO, the president of companies. Oh, wake it up. Wake it up, honey. Well, maybe I need to go into HR. Maybe that needs to be I need to marry me a president. Never mind. No, the way these companies keep riffing these presidents, honey, never mind. Y'all got it. Well, y'all, that was all the tea that I have for us today. So before we head out, did any of you have any tea that you want to share or any tea that I might have missed? Oh, go ahead, favorite tourist.
I have one specifically for you, Auntie, because I want you to explain this to me. So Netflix posted on their social media account that there's going to be a documentary series on Tootsie Roll that'll be on Netflix in December. And tell me why somebody's name is almost as prominent as the actual title itself. I was annoyed.
My man.
Why is it so big on the poster, Auntie? Just petty for no reason. Absurd.
Because that's just the cancer man he is. Yes, I actually just when I was scanning Twitter earlier, I saw this and I was like, well, hell, it's too late. I'll talk about it tomorrow. But I'm glad you brought it up today. Now I ain't got to talk about it tomorrow. But yeah, it looks like that the documentary that he was talking about is finally coming to pass, and it's coming really soon on December 2nd. And yes, he is an executive producer, and my man, he wants you to know that, and that's why they put his name so big in
In
that
bold letters. Bold letters, Auntie.
because he's a bold asshole. That's just how he is, and I love him. My man. And Vivica loves him as well. And like I said, we discussed this on yesterday's show. I'm totally ready to be a sister wife. I'm fine with that. Vivica's cool. She's very talented. We're both bad bitches. We're both very talented actors. So it could work. I'm cool if she cool. Oh, but then
Well,
again, she's also a Leo. Leo. Never mind. Let me not go there.
and only one of you wears terrible wigs. So
Oh. But yeah, y'all know I'm gonna be sitting down to watch this. I know y'all probably will skip this documentary, but I totally understand. But I will be seated. Thank you, favorite Taurus. And Libra Queen, you have some tea, boo?
Yeah, we know you're gonna be seated because again, the taste. Anyway, I have two things. One is something very serious, and one is what the fuck. The first thing that's serious is that the older survivor of the 1921 Tulsa race massacre died yesterday, and I just feel so like I don't know how to feel. I just feel like she spent all of her life basically fighting for justice for not only herself but her family and her community in regards to that massacre. And I'm glad that she is finally resting at peace. And I aspire to be as old as she is. I aspire to be 124. Um, but yeah, so that happened yesterday. And then next thing is what the fuck. I got a summary of this, I guess this thing that's happening on Twitter about the Danish deception, where this black girl married this Danish white man, and he was a scammer essentially. And apparently she had like a 26-part TikTok story that's been going viral. And I'm just like, I want better. I really I want better for so many people, but especially black women, because how you let a white man take you, not only you, but your family and your friends for big money, not little money, for big dollars, because you was, stuck in the looks, stuck in the lifestyle, stuck in whatever you was stuck on. Ain't no fucking way. So yeah, if y'all happen, hello. So if y'all happen to see the tweet, I think I tweeted it. I put it in our little back chat or whatever, the summary, because I wasn't finna go watch that shit. Plus, I'm not on the clock app. But to see the little summary of basically what happened, I'm just like, people choose to ignore all red flags. People choose to ignore red flags. They don't even question it when it's good for them. When they like, oh damn, this person's just so fine. This person just hit all my, wickets, all my boxes. No, bitch. Those you at fucking Six Flags and they all red. Be fucking for real. So if y'all happen to see that, Jesus, ain't no fucking way. Every day I'm surprised. Every day I'm surprised how people can be not smart, cannot follow intuition, just they be telling stories, and I be like, what? I know you fucking lying. But yeah, that's all I had.
Well, thank you for that, girl. And no, I did not see that. That what I did see though, because that reminded me of. I know you all saw that with that girl, who was one of the dancers at the basketball game, and they purposely like messed up the choreography and had her looking like stupid to single her out. And then her husband, a white man, came out and proposed to her. But everybody was like, they saw her wig and was like, well, yeah, I see the wig. I knew it was gonna be a white man or whatever. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So allegedly, that white man has been giving her a very, very hard time because it was actually Chill that brought to my attention. So I actually went to go and look at. I didn't look at most of the videos in its entirety, but I did look at the last two videos in their entirety because they're about 10 minutes long per video. And long story short, that man has been putting her for ruin, honey. That white man been putting her for ruin. And to the point and even weaponized the police against her. So now she ultimately ended us because I told Chill, I said, girl, I'm just shaking my head because at the end of it, she said she's ultimately going to marriage counseling with her husband. She said they're divorcing. Like there's no question about that. The divorce is non-negotiable. They are. She's definitely getting out there, but she said she wants to feel like she's doing everything for her kids and that's why she's going to marriage counseling. I'm like, girl, don't nobody go to marriage counseling unless they're trying to get back together with their spouse. Like, I don't. Mm-mm. So yeah, these girls out here letting these white men fuck them up, and it's really sad to see.
Because if you're not coming up, what you doing that for? Jesus.
That part, I will never understand dating a poor white man. What are you doing? Girl. But hey, that's straight people business.
They like it. I love it.
Right. Well, thank you for those two stories, Quinn. Did anybody else have any other tea? Oh, well, y'all, thank you for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me. We will be back tomorrow for a live show at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time if you can make it. Until then, I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day.
Make sure you RSVP. Make sure you show up. Make sure you retweet because hot tea, cold cash for that ass.
Yes. What my Libra Queen said. Y'all better listen to her. Bye, everybody.